Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Putri Anindiya Lulu Soraya from TBIC. Now I will this video I make for fulfill my midterm test in major speaking. Now I have made 5 questions and 5 answer, and the conclusion that is from the material that have shared by the lecture. So okay, let's start for to the first question. Okay, the first question is, what disaster was the most worrying in ancient times? What disaster was the most worrying in ancient time? Okay, so my answer is, in the past, or in the last time, in the past, the disaster that was worrying or was most feared is nuclear war. That nuclear war. Okay, the second question is, what is the most worrying disaster nowadays? In today's world, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like nuclear war, but on the other hand, if anything killed than 10 million people in the next few decades, it is more likely be a highly contagious virus than war. Not missiles, but microbes. The third question is, why it is that nowadays the most worrying disaster is a virus or epidemic, not a missile war or nuclear war? This is because we have invested a large amount in nuclear deterrence, but actually we have invested very little in a system to stop the epidemic. We are not ready for the next epidemic in the future. So the fourth question is the fourth question is, how do we deal with this epidemic? How do we deal with this epidemic? We can take advantage of our knowledge and technology. We have the benefit of all the science and technology that we talk about here. We have cell phones to get information from the public and pass information on them. We have satellite maps where we can see where people are and where they are moving. We have advanced in biology that must dramatically change the turnaround time for looking at pathogens and being able to create drugs and vaccines that are suitable for that pathogen. So we can have the tools, but the tools need to be incorporated into the global health system as a whole. And we need to be prepared. The best lesson, I think, about how to be prepared is, again, what we do for work. The last question is, what lessons we can learn from the past epidemic? Okay, the positive thing that we come out actually in the Ebola epidemic, it can be a nearly warning, wake up a call to be prepared. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic. That question answers for me. So now the conclusion. Today, Uh, Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than war. The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating. Uh, I'm sorry, devastating than Ebola. Let's look at the progression of Ebola over this year. The surge, the source of the virus could be a natural epidemic like Ebola, or it could be a bioterrorism. In fact, let's look at a model of virus spread through the air, like the Spanish flu back in 1918, and you can see over 30 million people died from that epidemic. Oh my god, it's so we can have tools, but those tools need to be put into all overall global health system to overall global health system. NATO does a lot of work games to change. Are people well trained? So those are kind of things we need to deal with an epidemic. We need a medical reserve corps, lots of people who's got the training and background, who are ready to go with the expertise, and then we have to pair those medical people with the military. Finally, we need lots of advanced R&D in areas of diagnostic, vaccine and diagnostic. In fact, is there's one positive thing that can call out of the Ebola epidemic. It's that it can serve as a yearly warning for us, wake up call to get ready. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic. If we can't, if we start from now, from today, no day, we can get ready, or we can be ready for the next epidemic. Okay, I think enough for me. I'm sorry. I think enough for me that all my opinion and what have what I get from that video. Thank you very much for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.